Alex. How are you?
Kind of good. Yeah.
I'm really glad you're here today. So, to just let you know, this is a really safe space and a confidential space kind of thing. So, you are welcome to share anything you feel like sharing. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, absolutely it is. And thank you so much for sharing that.
Okay. So, what made you like? What brings you here today?
Uh, since couple of time that I am not emotionally feeling a bit regulated, I feel like I am tired of each and every relationship. I cannot regulate my emotions. I don't feel like talking with people. I don't feel like be with them. I just want to be me. And I can understand as well. It is making me isolated as well. But I'm I don't know how to do or what to do. But I don't feel emotionally aware right now.
Okay. Since you mentioned like you're not regulating emotionally quite good,
I
or
cannot
yeah,
now. Yeah.
the emotions are changing
I,
quickly.
I I feel like I'm drained.
Like,
Um,
yeah. Can I ask you like what is the recent situation you felt recently?
No, just I feel like a transition because we all have the problems when we are shifting to the new place. I guess that's what I'm feeling now because the relationship are not continued. Right? People are just changing their minds. People are changing their moods according to their needs and everything without thinking about other people. And I'm being drained emotionally, wasting myself after that. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I think that I feel like that I am investing myself emotionally over there, and I'm not getting back what I expect to. I guess.
okay, like how did it make like how it makes you feel in your mind or in your body? Like, is it similar kind of thing or any difference? Like comparing your mind and body.
Sometimes I do face those kind of people around whom I feel uncomfortable, but especially when I face them, I cannot face them. Actually, I start crying. I feel like I don't want to face them. I don't know. Probably in self guilt or something, but I don't want to face them.
Okay, so like, is there anything you do to overcome such situations? Like, as you mentioned, like you feel like crying or you feel really low. Is there anything special you do to soothe yourself out?
I'm just avoiding myself meeting with those people, I guess. And for coping the situation as of now, I'm just talking with my friends. That's all. Yeah.
So, is it really helpful, or like, is it the thing you're doing always to cope such situations? Or
I haven't been into this situation before. That is the thing. And if I'm feeling like not doing anything or I am in grief or sorrow, then I choose to read my book or read my novel, play games and everything. But in this situation, I don't feel to do that as well.
okay, so like, is it? Am I going it right, or like, is it kind of focus kind of thing you're messing up, or?
No, not focus kind of, but my mind is not ready to, believe that I can get this kind of griefful situation in return after investing myself emotionally after the people. They cannot count on that, I guess.
Okay, so when you are in such situations, what are the true feelings you develop? Like either you are angry or you are aggressive.
I
How do
take
you
a lots
respond?
of self guilt. I feel like why I'm doing each and every time I'm being hurt. Why I'm doing this. I mean, I know that in return I'm not gonna get anything, but every time I'm taking chance, every time I'm helping people, every time I just want to put them in a situation where I did, where I actually did eventually. And I knew that which sort of circumstances I went through, and I just want them to avoid that. That's why I'm providing all the situation, all the circumstances, all the uh, resources which are there in my hand to prevent them from trapping themselves in this sort of situation, I guess.
So, just to gain clarity on things, like, is there any situation in the past, similar situations you have experienced?
Yeah, the recent one. I helped my friend, one of my friends, and she just came from India. and I helped them. I helped her. She came over. I provided her shelters. I provided her everything, including food and everything. I'm not counting on it, but still I did. And moreover, that we built a good bond. And after that, I took a very big step and I provided her a job. And when things got stabilized, she started paying her debts. She started paying her credit card bills. She started paying her fees and everything. After that, she felt like her independence is being snatching by me, and she is like, okay, I just don't want to stay over here with you. She moved out to the next place. She didn't tell me the exact reason why she is doing that, but she just moved out, and my mind is not even trying to believe that, okay, because she made the promise with me that as long as because we are living in a group now, and she was one of the parts of the group, and she made the promise initially that as long as I can, I'll be there with you guys. And now, just because of she left, my landlord is on the verge to kick me out of the house, and I will be homeless super soon. That is for sure. And and right now I'm not in that sort of financial situation to secure a place for myself, because I just paid my fees and everything, and I cannot ask money from my parents now.
This must be a really overwhelming situation for
It
you.
is. It is. Because I cannot tell the situation to my parents, because they are gonna find solution anyways, and I don't want to do that. I don't want them to do that for me, so that's why I'm not telling anybody.
So, when such situations arise, do you find yourself being physically aggressive or physically violent?
I used to be, but this time I realized by myself that harming myself will not be the solution. Right? So I'm just not doing anything. Whenever I'm feeling overwhelming and everything, I'm just crying like hell. I cannot sleep, especially because my mind cannot stop working on the particular thing.
Is it for now too? Are you really having problems sleeping?
As of now, because I cannot quit thinking.
So, as you're explaining that you're not so physically violent for now,
Yeah.
so is there any patterns you feel like you are repeating it to overcome it, or to just this situation some triggering you, and this you're following the patterns? Like, is there anything you realize about yourself?
I'm just reassuring myself, saying that okay, what I had to do, I did. I should not expect anything in return from anybody. It was my sort of thing that I did for her. It was her decision to leave us, and she did. And I don't think so I should overreact on this situation. I don't know. Yeah. Because the person who wants to stay in your life, he or she will stay no matter what. If you're on the street, he or she is gonna stay with you on the streets as well. But the person who wants to leave you, he or she is gonna leave you for sure, in any situation.
Do you regret your actions?
Yeah, highly regret. I'm highly regretting on my actions, and I think, I don't know, but from now I'm generating a structure in my mind that I'm not gonna help anybody in my life as long as I'm in Canada. That is for sure. Because this for third time I got nothing in return, just hurt. That's for sure.
Okay, so while you mention these things, what I get is like you regret for your doings,
Yeah.
not for how you felt afterwards. Am I going correct?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
So what I mean is like you feel regret as you helped people, and they don't receive it as you.
No, I regret on they are not taking. I see, the thing is that I believe in karma. That what I had to do, I did. But in return, I didn't expect from any sort of huge financial favor or anything. I just wanted them to stay with me. That's all. That's all I wanted. And I did not get that in return, because I am not a lord, right? I will have some sort of expectations from people. And I considered her like one of her family members, and she did that. I felt betrayal, I felt backstabbing, as in after stabilizing herself, she left. That's all. Because when you have money, you can do anything. Initially, yeah.
So are you hurt
Yeah.
that she, like your friend, behaved in a certain way?
Yeah.
So did you try talking with her?
Yeah, thrice,
Regarding this
2 or 3
situation?
times.
So how does it went? How did
Every time I felt that okay, I had the stable conversation with her, and still everything was as it is, as it was. I mean, we had the conversation. We tried to make her understand that okay, this is the pattern we are following in this situation, and we are expecting this from you. Especially, I'm not telling anybody that I'm expecting this from you, but I was telling her, and she was like okay, and she was initially she was taking blame and guilt on herself that okay, I'm bad, and I'm the person who I'm not fulfilling others' expectations when it comes to maintaining friendship and everything. But after that, I cracked down that it's her pattern. Self-blaming, taking self-guilt for a while, for a temporary phase, and get the emotional empathy, sympathy from people to avoid the situation, to face the circumstances, to confront the situation. I found this as her pattern, to avoid the situation, to avoid the phase, and we are back to normal. And again, she has to do what she wants to do, and again we felt hurt. Again, this was a loop.
Okay, so as you have cracked the pattern she has, how it made you feel? Like, are you soothed inside you? Like, okay, it was not the problem with me. It was the person before you who is not getting the things. Like,
That
do
is the
you
main
feel
thing.
that?
I cannot put the blame on that guy, on the girl. I mean, I felt it. Okay, she can do whatever she wants to, right? But it is not my right to stop anybody for doing that. But it is me, because after that I started taking blame on myself. It is me that who developed the expectation in return to, to provide me the emotional support, to stay with me. This for what I have maintained the friendship and everything, because you promised. You cannot take U-turn from your words. You cannot escape from your statements, right? Because they hold some sort of value. And if you're running from that, I mean, there's a demeaning work for you. You're also disrespecting anybody. So that's what I find. And this is
I can feel you, like what situations or what mental situation you are going through. So there's a technique called grounding technique kind of thing.
Yeah.
So if you're okay with it, we can practice so that we can a bit ease your anxiety or stress.
Yeah, sure.
So there's a technique named 5-4-3-2-1, which is grounding technique. So we'll practice it with you. So what I want you to do is like I'll ask you to do certain things. So you just follow my guidance and just let me know how you feel.
Sure.
Is that okay? So shall we start? So yeah, I'll start with notice 5 things that surround you right now.
Yeah.
Alright? So the next is like touch 4 things around you which you can feel. 4 things.
Yeah.
And the third is like 3 things you can hear it out.
Yeah.
Okay? And second is like 2 things you can smell right now.
I cannot smell anything. But still I try to, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
So 1 thing you can taste.
Yeah.
Okay, so any like you can recall all the 5 things I just said, right? So how does it make it feel you?
I felt a bit engaging at the time when I was completing the activity which has been suggested by you. I felt a bit aware that okay, I for a while I escaped from the scenario which I told you, and I was engaging in those activities, so I felt a bit relieved for that.
Okay, so did you feel like you just kind of shifted your
Shifted my
focus?
attention, yeah.
That's great. So before we wrap up, is there anything you want to share it more or anything stood out in today's conversation? Like before we end up this session here, like is there anything you want to speak up more, or you want like anything that stood out?
Not a stood out, but yeah, activity helped me a lot, and I probably will practice it afterwards as well. But this phase, that relation was a life lesson for me. It was life lesson, hard life lesson. I felt like a life slapped on my face. It was so tough for me to get over from that. I still couldn't. That's why I had to come to you. And we'll see how it goes. I'll try to stretch myself as long as I can. At the same time, I feel I'm in dilemma that I decided and made up my mind that I don't want to help anybody. But at the same time, I feel like I'm not the person who does that. Right? So I'm in dilemma. I'll have to choose myself.
Yeah, like I really appreciate you coming here and just sharing your things out. So it really takes a guts to do that.
Absolutely.
So next time when we meet or we will start, we'll figure out with your emotional patterns kind
Sure.
of thing. Yeah, and look out, manage those intense moments more effectively. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.